Hi everyone, I'm Moody Boo and I am back with a perfume review. So, anyway, I do perfume reviews at least twice a week, and as my channel grows, I will post more videos for your viewing pleasure. That's making a lot of assumptions, isn't it? But anyway, so Hilde Soliani. I have been dying to get this perfume for a long time. And she sent it to me from her website. It's the only place I know that you can get it. But she is so good about sending things to the US, and it gets here quick. It was here, Bacio was here in like, I don't know, 2 weeks from Italy. So, wow, that's pretty impressive. And she sent me a sample, a really nice decant actually of another perfume of hers in there too. And it's the new bottle type, but you know how I feel about these things. These things. You know how Jesus. You know how I feel about these, things. From a cost standpoint, I get it, but I hate them. I absolutely hate them. So Bacio, Hilde Soliani, is just milk and orange. I'm going to spray some more on. And so I can stick that little clippy thing on there. And I do like these new bottle designs. I will say I like those better than the old ones. And the sprayer is way better than the old sprayers. She is so good at taking just 2 notes and creating an entire olfactory experience. And this one is no different. This one surprised me. But then again, I was expecting something, and I know better than that when it comes to a Hilde fragrance. Never expect something, because you are going to get something else completely different. And this one is absolutely oranges and milk. But what it is when I first spray it, it's like orange juice concentrate. And if you've ever smelled that, you know exactly what I mean. It doesn't smell necessarily like oranges as far as the fruit goes and the way it tastes. It's more tart and tangy and isn't very sweet, orange juice concentrate. So there's a definite aroma to it. It's a different kind of smell for oranges, in my opinion. Oranges are very versatile because they can smell candied, they can smell like frozen concentrate, they can smell fresh and ripe, they can smell very earthy and like an orange grove. They're very versatile to me. It's one of my favorite notes because of that reason. And this is an experience I've never had with the note of orange before, is orange juice concentrate. Because that is totally what I get. And then the milk comes in. It's like you've taken frozen concentrate and put it into a popsicle and then added the vanilla ice cream to it. You know those orange cream pops? You know what I'm talking about? The orange isn't real sweet, it's tart orange, and then the sweetness comes from the vanilla ice cream. That's what this reminds me of after about 15 minutes, is that orange creamsicle kind of a smell. But made with orange juice concentrate as opposed to a sweet artificial smelling orange juice. Not like a Sunny Delight or anything like that. It's so unique for an orange gourmandy kind of perfume. As it dries down more, I think the milk comes out. It gets creamier. The tartness is tamped down quite a bit. And at first, when the milk comes in, there's a bit of collision happening there between the orange juice concentrate and the milk. But once the milk chills out and gets icy and adds some vanilla to it, the orange juice concentrate is like, oh yeah, I'm going to be all up in your business now. And they get together and they mingle and they mold and they melt and they mesh and they become this desserty, beautiful, but not too sweet. It never gets too sweet. It's gourmand, but at the same time, there's more to it than just being gourmand. It doesn't smell like a candy floss, desserty kind of a perfume, your typical one. There's definitely more to it than that because it's using that concentrate, because of the tart and tangy being in there. At first I was like disappointed, honestly. At first I was like, I'm not crazy about the orange juice concentrate aroma. But you just gotta wait, because once it mingles with that vanilla icy milk kind of a vibe it gives and makes that orange creamsicle, then it's a delight. I think it's very unisex, but I do think a lot of people will interpret it a tick or two over on the feminine side because it's an orange creamsicle. So a lot of men will think, well, that isn't going to work for me. I don't want to smell like that. But if they did, oh, I can't imagine the response. That's when I talk about, I wish more men would wear women's perfumes, women wear men's perfumes, and just forget the boundaries. Because adding a man's or a masculine personality's chemistry to a perfume can completely change it into something absolutely different than what you experience wearing on yourself. And something that would be very feminine on me won't smell feminine on a masculine personality. That's all I'm saying. It'll smell much more manly and acceptable for somebody masculine to wear, because they're adding their own musk to it and their own sweat and oils and proteins and bacteria and all the things that hang out on your skin. So, oh, don't I make that sound lovely? Anyway, Bacio is amazing. It was a slow burn, but I'm loving it now. Totally loving it. It's mid-range in its price, right in the middle. It's like $150, $160, somewhere in there. Her shipping prices are amazing too. I think I only paid like $10 or something for shipping from Italy. I don't remember, but it wasn't very much. It wasn't like Javoy, $45. That I know. The performance on this is good. It's not great. I get about 6 to 8 hours out of it, which is fine. I think it's very appropriate for hot weather because it doesn't get so sweet or lactonic with the milk note that it starts smelling like, you know, baby's breath after they've drank a bottle of milk or something. It never gets to that point. It blends really well after that first 30 minutes. And it projects about arm's length with 2. I go 3 sprays every once in a while if I'm just going to be inside and I'm not going out in the heat. I haven't tested it in, you know, our hellfire heat that we have been having here, but I haven't tested anything in the heat out there because I'm not out there more than to walk from home to car, from car to work, from work to car, from car to home. That's what I do in this heat. It leaves a good sillage, not great, but I have walked into it and gotten wafts of Bacio when I've left a room and then walked back into the room. I think this really wouldn't be a formal perfume. It has a potential for being fun. I wish it was a little more creamy and maybe a hint more sweet and intense for clubbing, whatever that means anymore. Going out and having fun, you know, at night, kind of a scent. So I think it would be good more for backyard barbecues, for hanging out with friends and family, for more festivities kind of occasions with, you know, a more intimate crowd, not formal. I do think you could wear it during the day with one spray, but you should be careful. It depends on where you work and what kind of day settings that you're in. So yeah, Bacio. And I don't know what's going on. I got to figure it out, but I'm not sure. I may have miscounted how many Hilde Soliani perfumes I have. Or I'm missing a bottle because I'm only finding 30, not 31. This should have been 31, I think. I don't know. Anyway, I have a lot of Hildes because she's my favorite. Well, that's it, and I'll be back soon. I've got a review I'm going to record of BDK's new one, Velvet Tonka. I am liking that one. I also have La Tessa by Masque Milano. So I've got a big old sample of that I'm about halfway through. And that's a pretty one. That's a pretty one. I might be adding that one to my collection. I'm going to work with it some more and pretty much use up the sample. I've had it on now. I've worn it, I don't know, 6-7 times. And I like to get a good 10 wearings out of it before I do a review. So when I have a sample, you know, if I don't have the full bottle, because the full bottle, I'm a lot of times I've worn it more times than 10 before I do a review. Sometimes I do a first impression, but that's not very often. All right, well, I guess that's it. And don't forget to like and subscribe and ring the bell and comment if you want. If you don't, it's all good. I still love you. And use your own nose. Peace.